Look, I'm a 19-year-old kid. I'm actively attending college right now, but I actually made over $24,000 in 2025. And look, I'm not saying that to brag or to act like I'm some kind of genius, but isn't that just kind of insane to think about? Like, I don't have a rich dad. I don't have a trust fund. I have literally none of that. I'm just out here trying to make it happen for myself. And I think a lot of people my age don't realize that this is even possible. Most people my age are just focused on the next party or whatever. But I was living this weird double life where I was a full time student, but also working a 9 to 5 job just to get some money in my pocket. And when I look back at that number, $24,000, it's just wild. In the world of the internet, you see these guys claiming they made millions. But for a 19-year-old kid in my position, $24,000 is real money. It's life changing money. And I did it while sitting in lectures and pretending to care about things that don't even matter to me. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. It was actually a lot of stress that I don't think I was ready for, but I'm so glad I did it because it opened my eyes to how the world actually works. So I was working this 9 to 5 job, right? And I'm doing this while I'm in college. And honestly, the 9 to 5 grind is just, it's a trap. I'm not gonna lie, it's a total trap. You get this paycheck every month and you start to feel safe. You start to feel like you've got it all figured out because you have money to buy things. But every single day I was sitting at that desk, I just felt like I was wasting my life. I'm sitting there, following someone else's rules, doing work that I'm not even passionate about, just so I can have that stability that everyone talks about. But what is stability if you're miserable? I'd be at work, looking at the clock, just waiting for it to be 9 p.m. so I could go home and actually work on what I love. It's crazy because society tells you that this is the goal. They tell you that getting a good job is the end game, but for me it just felt like I was trading my best years for a discount. I'm 19. I should be building things, not just filing papers or sitting in meetings that could have been an email. It's just insane how we're taught to value safety over everything else, even if that safety makes us feel like ghosts. And the college side of things? That's where it gets really weird. I'd be in a marketing lecture, and the professor is talking about things from like 20 years ago. And I'm sitting there checking my phone, looking at real-time data for my own projects, and I'm realizing that everything they're teaching me is basically useless. It's literally useless. Not a single thing I've learned in college contributed to that $24,000 I made. Not one thing. And that's a real problem, man. It's a real problem that we're paying all this money for degrees that are already outdated by the time we graduate. I'd be sitting in the back of the class exhausted because I had just come from work, and I'm thinking, why am I even here? I'm paying thousands of dollars and spending time on a piece of paper, while the real world is moving so much faster outside those walls. My friends would ask me to hang out, and I'd have to say no every single time because I had a shift or I had to study for a test I didn't care about. It's a lonely path, I'm not gonna lie. You have to be okay with being the boring friend if you actually want to get ahead of the curve. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick intro on who I am and what this channel even is. You're seeing me play Minecraft right now because I'm just excited to play a game again, honestly. Between the 9 to 5 in college, I had zero time for myself. I had zero time to just sit and build something. So I'm using this channel as my way to just breathe and be real with you guys. I don't have a fancy camera. I don't have a high production studio. I'm just a 19-year-old kid who wants to talk about the real shit. No fake guru stuff, no get-rich-quick schemes, just my actual life, the wins, and the massive, massive losses. Because look, making $24,000 was great, but the stress was insane. The failure was insane. I've probably started 20 different channels before this one. I've tried everything. Gaming, tech, vlogs, and they all failed, every single one of them. So if you're struggling right now, just know that I've been there. I've been at the 0 view mark for years. People always ask how I did it. How do you make that kind of money while you're still in college? And it's not about luck. I'm telling you right now, it's not luck. It's about a skill stack. While I was at my 9 to 5, I wasn't just working. I was studying. I'd spend my lunch breaks researching the YouTube algorithm. I'd spend my evenings learning how to edit videos so people wouldn't scroll away. I focused on sports breakdown content because I love sports, but I approached it like a business. I found moments people already cared about, and I explained them in a way that kept people watching. That's the entire game, retention. If you can keep someone's attention, you can make money. I used the money from my 9 to 5 to buy a better mic, to buy a better PC, and to invest in myself. I wasn't just trading time for money, I was trading time for skills. And that is the biggest lesson I can give you. Stop looking for hacks and start building a skill that people actually pay for. So, what's the plan now? I've saved up that $24,000 as my runway. My parents think I'm crazy. My friends think I'm making a mistake. But once you've felt what it's like to own your own time, you can't go back. You can't go back to a desk where someone else tells you what you're worth. I'd rather struggle and be broke on my own terms than be comfortable working for someone else's dream. I'm choosing the path where the results are directly tied to how hard I work. It's scary, and I don't have all the answers, but I think it's the only way to actually make it work. If you're my age and you're listening to this, just start. Seriously, just start something. Get a job if you have to. Save every single cent. Don't buy the new shoes. Don't buy the expensive coffee. Instead, invest in yourself. Learn that thing. Learn how to put in value. Don't listen to the people who say you're too young. They're just scared because they didn't have the guts to try. We only have one shot at this life, and I'm not going to spend mine sitting in a cubicle wondering, what if? Anyway, that's just my brain dump for today. I hope you guys found something valuable here. I'm actually really liking how this world is coming along. Let me know in the comments if you're in the same boat as me. I'm going to be replying to everyone. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.